let's get this going. Get some people up in here. All right, man. Let's see if anybody hops up in here. It's been a while. So, if you guys still care about me, man. Oh, man. We'll see what happens here. Let's see if YouTube does its thing. Looks like it sent out the notification. Yo, 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 yo. What up, everybody? What up, what up, what up? Oh, man. It's been a while, you guys. It's been a while. The last 4 months for me, I have been inconsistent on YouTube, inconsistent in life, down on my luck, and just mentally and physically just trying to get back to myself. It's been a while, man, but I miss you guys, and I was sitting here and just like man, and like I gotta do something, man. I gotta go live. I gotta be with my people. I gotta, be a better version of me, and just keep trying to get back to that person that I was, that happy-go-lucky Simba, But it's hard. As you guys know, like I have recently lost a brother. Recently lost a best friend. Literally within a month of each other, and then like there's things happening with my channel, and just like I had to get a job. As I don't know if you guys know this, I went and actually got a job, which takes up most of my time. And it's just been a lot of things just going on, man. Just a lot of things in my life, I'm human and I go through things as well. But with all that being said, man, like I haven't been consistent with you guys. I haven't been, me, like, and it took a toll on me and my mental and my YouTube and everything, just everything, man. When it rains, it pours. And I ain't trying to ramble here, just kind of giving you guys an insight into what I'm thinking and why I've been so inconsistent and, just not around so much, But I just want to let you guys know that I do love you guys and that I am pushing forward, and I appreciate everybody that reached out to me, everybody that donated to my GoFundMe and everything and stuff like that as well, man. You guys are, I don't deserve you guys. I really don't. I do not deserve you guys, man. But yeah, I wanted to hop on live, man, and react to some videos with you guys, man, and just, kick it like old times. I'm actually going to let you guys decide what we're going to watch here. We can watch some scary stuff. I got some scary stuff queued up. I got some Mr. Ballin' because I'm like 15 videos behind on Mr. Ballin'. So you guys let me know what you guys want to watch tonight, man. This is all about you guys, and this is all about me getting back into the consistent, Simba, dropping videos, live streams, everything. So what do you guys want, man? Do you guys want the scary? Do you guys want the spooky? Do you guys want the Mr. Ballin'? Y'all let me know. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Jessica, I see you. Much love, man. Jessica, has been hitting me up and stuff and making sure I'm good and stuff like that as well. Shout out to all you guys, man. My social media is all Simbatv, man. All Simbatv. Thank you, Key Wayne, man. It means a lot. Thank you, Drake. Y'all want to watch some scary stuff? We gonna watch some scary stuff then, man. Let's get it then. We gonna watch some scary stuff, and then I'll probably jump over to some Mr. Ballin', because like I said, we got like like 15 Mr. Ballin' videos we gotta catch up on, man. It's been like 4 months, you guys, so like bear with me. I'm still getting my bearings back and everything, but we back on it, man. We back on it, back being consistent. That's all I gotta say, Much love, Cal. All right, let's get it, man. We got some spooky stuff. We got some scary stuff. Let's get it. Hopefully the settings and everything is still good. Hopefully you guys can hear me and you can hear the video. If not, just let me know. I'll try to fix it. It's been a while. I'm rusty. So, so just, bear with me, man. Just bear with me.
Known as Creed, and it just so happens that while taking a walk through a trail that not many people know of, something pretty disturbing was caught on camera. It was sometime in the afternoon when this incident took place. Creed had just started hiking only an hour ago, but for some unknown reason that still haunts him to this day, the woods all of a sudden went quiet. Creed immediately sensed that something wasn't right. He sees a bunny crossing the trail right in front of him.
Nah, see, y'all already know how I feel about woods and forests and stuff like that. If you hiking by yourself, don't. Like, if you plan on hiking by yourself, don't. Like, and if your nigga senses start tingling, get out of there. You feel me? Get out of there. Skedaddle. Like, you gotta dip out, man. Don't keep pushing. Don't push your limits and stuff like that, man. The woods is a scary place, man.
Them when it suddenly stops dead in its tracks. Feeling baffled and a bit scared, he takes out his phone and captures this.
Yeah, I would've got out of that thing. Like the Flintstones, you would've heard me. I'm out. Yeah, there you go. See? Smart man. Smart man. Smart man. You in the woods, you hear some weird noises, get out of there. Don't stay there like some white girl in a scary movie and try to investigate and shit. Skedaddle. Get out of there. Like, obviously you no. Like, no, bro. Like, crazy.
He was right there.
As Creed walks away, a disembodied voice can be heard coming out of nowhere. And if you listen closely, you can make out what sounds like someone saying "help me" in a muffled voice.
Sorry, I got no help for you.
Perhaps this might have been the reason why the bunny froze in its tracks. It was sensing danger nearby.
Facts.
Although it could be that it saw Creed and froze out of fear, the eerie voice that's heard on camera has made viewers think otherwise. No one else is seen when the voice is heard. To this,
If you hear someone say "help me" in like a, you know, like demonic or like whatever, just like some weird voice you ain't never really heard before, right? You hear somebody say "help me," what y'all doing? Like, I really want to know what y'all doing, because y'all know how I get down. Y'all already know how I get down. You asking the wrong person. You was asking the wrong person, bro. I'm out. Like, I don't know what you got going on, but you keep that over there. Don't bring that shit over here to me. I didn't ask to be in your situation. Keep that shit over there. So, like, y'all better people than me, though, so y'all let me know, because I'm out, personally. I'm gone. I'm not looking back, you know, and once I get to safety, I might call someone and be like, yo, I heard something, blah, blah, blah. Maybe, just maybe, or I'm gonna try to forget it. I don't know, like, but if I'm feeling really nice, I might just go ahead and slip a little call in to somebody. I don't know, 911, go check out those woods. They over there tripping, man. The ghosts over there tripping. They set tripping. They gangbanged on me, and I'm scared. Like, like, go check that out, bro.
this day, he's unsure as to who or even what was heard on camera. But as always, what are your thoughts on this? Could this be evidence of something supernatural, or had something else been captured? This is why you should never open the door to anyone or anything at night without knowing for sure who or what it is. A single mother named Lupus and her 3 children had caught footage of something very strange that appeared at their front door. They had just woken up from a deep sleep when suddenly they captured this. Now, prior to this incident, the family had been experiencing unusual activity at home. They believe that the reason strange things have been happening to them is because they live in an area where a lot of witchcraft is done.
Oh, what the fuck?
Sometimes the family
Hey, yo, no, what? Did he just say what I heard he said? Like, what I thought? What? Hold on.
captured this. Now, prior to this incident, the family had been experiencing unusual activity at home. They believe that the reason strange things have been happening to them is because they live in an area where a lot of witchcraft is done.
So you're telling me, as a single mother, You moved to a spot where there was a lot of witchcraft and shit going on, and you thought everything was gonna be fine? I can't. I'm sorry, bro, but like I really can't grasp people's mindset like that. You know, like that's crazy to me. Like you know when you're walking in an apartment, a house, area, you have feelings of like, yo, this is not the spot that I should be. I don't care how cheap the rent is or whatever the case is, mortgage, all that. I don't care. I'm not, bro. What? Like, you got skulls and shit in front of your lawn? Like, come on, bro. Like, let's be real. Like, let's be real here, bro. Like, what are we really doing? What is the end goal? You really think these things ain't gonna come mess with you? You prime target. You fresh meat, baby. Oh, yeah, they messing with you. That's crazy.
Sometimes, the family would spot shadowy figures lurking around their house as if someone or something was observing them. One night, the family wakes up after hearing what sounds like a cat meowing at their front door. They quickly grab their camera and capture this.
¿Quién eres? Tú no eres un gato.
Oh, no, fam.
Vete de aquí, ¿quién eres? ¿Qué es eso?
Oh, my heart just stopped. I got a cat. As y'all know, I got cats, man. My cat just... Oh, my God, bro. That was scary. Oh, almost defecated myself on live. Oh, that would have been a horrible way to return. Oh, that would have been so bad. Yo, don't do that. That was fucking... Nah, bro. First of all, y'all already know, if you hear a strange knock at the door and you don't see nobody, do not open that door. Don't open that door because you're letting the spirits in. You're welcoming them in. That's what they want. It's a mind trick, baby. It's a mind trick. Like, that's what they want, man. They messing with you. They like, oh yeah, that person gonna let me in. No, sir. You can say your little what? Stay out there. Stay out there with you and your little spirit friends. Y'all can do whatever y'all want out there. Just don't bring it in here. You feel me?
¿Quién eres? Tú no eres un gato. Te ordeno que te vayas de mi casa.
As they continue to record the supposed cat, a few things become apparent. Firstly, the cat's meowing seems quite unnatural, suggesting that someone or something was imitating these sounds. But as if that wasn't enough to prove this wasn't a cat, a pale-looking face can be seen at the door upon looking closely. It's as though whoever or whatever had been there was trying to trick the family into letting it in by pretending to be a cat in distress. Not much else is known about this video, which has yet to be fully explained. But if there's anything to take away from this footage, it's that it's crucial to be careful when it comes to answering your door to unexpected visitors, as you never know what might be on the other side.
You just don't answer. Don't do that.
Now, the original source of this next video is unknown, but no context is needed, as what happens in this clip pretty much explains itself. A man is presumed to be visiting the gravesite of someone he once knew, when abruptly, the sound of muffled screams are heard coming from somewhere. He thinks he's found the source, when this is captured.
Oh, hell no. Some Michael Jackson Thriller shit going on there, man. He trying to be let out. Oh, no.
If you listen closely, you can hear what sounds like very faint tapping coming from somewhere. It isn't until approaching a particular gravesite that the sound becomes louder. It was at this moment when the man recording knew that the sounds were coming from inside this grave. But upon making this realization, a muffled scream is heard from inside.
I don't know, maybe I'm scary, bro. Like, I'm not a fearful person. That's the crazy part. It's just like, you can't fight a spirit, bro. You can't fight a ghost. Like, you can't put bullets in it, nothing. You feel me? So, like, it's a mind, like, you know? It's a mind thing. It's a mental thing. It's a mental block, you know? But for me, man, like, maybe, once again, maybe I am scary. But for me, like, I don't go to graves and stuff by myself. Like, I don't do it. Like, I don't do it. Like, I got a lot of, people that passed away in my life, man. And when I go visit them, I got 2 or 3 people with me. Like, I'm not doing it alone, bro. Because if I see something, I need you to confirm that you just seen the same thing. If I heard something, I need you to be there to confirm that I'm not going crazy. You just heard that. If you are walking in a gravesite and you hear thumping coming out of one of the graves, bro, get out of there. Michael Jackson Thriller video all over again. They coming out like zombies. I don't know. Just get out of there. We ain't gonna speak about that. Like, we not gonna speak about that. That's some terrifying stuff. Like, that's
The man was seemingly shaken to his core. Could it be that someone was trapped inside? Or, as most viewers believe, could this have been the spirit of a deceased individual who was trying to reach out to the man recording? Like most videos, you be the judge on what exactly was captured. At around 3:50 in the morning, a man living alone inside an apartment wakes up to the sound of footsteps going up his staircase. As he cautiously walks over to the stairs to see who's there, something bone-chilling is caught on camera. Now, not too long ago, the man in this video, whose name is Aaron, had received terrible news from the police regarding his downstairs neighbor who had not been seen for weeks. As it turns out, the rotting stench that Aaron had been smelling for a while and the multitude of flies surrounding his neighbor's window was all because of a body that was decomposing inside. His neighbor, according to the police, had passed away in his own apartment. Considering that Aaron lived right above him, he was deeply unsettled by this news. So much so that the thought of them dying right beneath him keeps him up at night. But on one occasion, it was more than just a thought that kept him awake. It's 3:40 in the morning when Aaron hears a creaking sound from his staircase.
That's witching hour, man.
Watch.
Nah, that's crazy. That's crazy. Ooh, I hate that feeling, bro. I hate that feeling, bro, when you get the little, the tingles right here, like a goddamn gorilla is trying to just, like, grab you back or something, Like, you get that little hair standing up on the back of your neck, and you just know you not alone. You just know someone watching you, watching your move, but you can't put your hand on it. You can't really see nothing. That's creepy. And knowing that someone passed away below me, because that's what it said. Knowing that someone passed away below me would make it 10 times worse, bro. That would make it 10 times worse. Like, I'm moving. I'm up and moving, bro. I'm out. Like, I'm not doing it. What? Nah, that's some chilling stuff right there. Don't look around the corner. I wouldn't. I sure wouldn't. I'd go back to bed. You're going right back to bed. I don't know what y'all got going on, but y'all keep that over there, bro. Put the covers over my head. That's what I did at Ghost Ranch. Went straight to sleep. Put the covers over my head. Just say, you know what? Not dealing with it. See? You doing all this investigating, you can be in the bed just letting that happen, bro. You wanna be, fucking Mystery Inc. Goddamn Scooby-Doo, like, you gonna find Scooby-Doo clues, man. That's facts, bro. Shit, I would've left and never came back. I would've got a hotel room. Me and my cats would have been out of there. Out of there. y'all know how I feel about that, man. That searching and looking for stuff, like, I get it. If it's like an intruder, you know, it's a possibility. It can be like an intruder or whatever. You go out and, you know, you defend as the man, you defend or whatever, you know, even though I got my own thoughts on that. But like, bro, you hear, if you're living alone and you hear these weird noises, and nowadays everybody got like Ring cameras and stuff like that, but like, if you're hearing noises and you're going to search what those noises is, and you know no one's in your house, and you're just hearing water running and fucking things are knocking and shaking or whatever, bro, get out of there. Like, just leave, bro. Just leave. Like, don't go looking for stuff. Like I said, you are not Scooby-Doo. You are not Mystery Inc., bro. You not Indiana Jones. Like, you're you, bro. Like, you're you. Bullets can't fight a spirit, bro. Bullets can't fight a demon. And once again, that's my mental block. I can't square up, like, bruh, I can fight. I can't square up with a demon, bro. Like, you gonna get tossed. Like, you gonna get tossed, and then it's gonna possess you. And then you ain't gonna remember anything. You're not gonna be here, man. You're not gonna be yourself. So it's like, stop searching for answers, man. Play stupid games and win stupid prizes. And then you get shocked when the thing shows you itself. Like, surprise, nigga, I've been here. Like, you get all scared and shit. Like, you asked for that. Like, you literally asked for that. Just ignore it. Like, ignore it.
Eerily, Aaron feels a chill run down his spine as he senses a presence nearby. He's even more unsettled when he hears a sudden noise come from the bathroom, as if someone is hiding inside. He finds it strange that ever since his neighbor passed away, unusual things have been happening in his apartment. From lights flickering on their own, to the occasional footsteps heard on the staircase, it's all becoming too much for Aaron.
Nope.
However, on another night, Aaron immediately takes out his phone to record the strange occurrence that is happening at this moment. But what he captures is pretty creepy. Take a look.
Here we go again. The lights.
Nah, I'm good. I'm good, bro. I'm good. I'm good. Like, you guys to leave, bro. My man's sleeping on an air mattress? Oh, yeah, that tells me all I need to know.
I'm not gonna run.
I don't understand why people sit there and talk to these things, bro. Why are you asking these? I will never understand it. I'll never understand it, y'all. Maybe y'all can, you know, get me to understand why people sit there and ask these spirits and stuff like questions. Like, why are you talking to it? You just gonna make it mad. Like, leave. Like, obviously, like, that's their house. You may pay rent, but that is their house. Don't get it mistaken, man. Don't get it twisted. They run that.
Oh, shit.
The lights mysteriously flicker, and things eerily move on their own as though an unseen presence had done this. It was after this night that Aaron became extremely concerned. Something is not right in his home, and he has no idea how to fix it. Feeling helpless, he found it necessary to take the advice of one of his viewers as a last resort. According to them, by burning a stick of sage and using an egg, his home would be cleansed of whatever it might be that's haunting him. Not sure what to expect, Aaron does exactly that, but little did he know that this was not the best idea. Take a look.
Come on, man. Anybody can tell you that. That's just gonna
You
piss it
go
off.
outside and put the egg in the
Gonna
middle
piss
of
it
the
off,
room.
bro.
The egg in the middle. Okay.
man, they about
If
to flip
anything
that
is
whole
here,
damn house.
you are not welcome.
Look, man, look, I'm all for sage and stuff like that, but like, cause my mom growing up used to bless the house and stuff like that. My mom, I have spiritual eyes. I don't know if you guys know what that is, but it's basically like I can see spirits and demons and stuff like that. My mom had spiritual eyes, and she always told me, like, because I would get very fearful, which is why I don't like watching this type of stuff, because like I see this shit, you know, all the time. And I would be very fearful as a kid, like, because I couldn't explain it to no one other than my mom. And everybody thought I was like tripping and shit. But with that, man, with blessing your house and saging your house and stuff like that, man, you got to know what comes with that. That entity, whatever it is not going to be happy, because you're trying to kick it out. Like, it's not going to be happy about that. Like, that nigga about to flip this whole damn house upside down, bro. Like, you coming into this blind, bro. Like, he about to flip that house upside down, and you better be prepared for it. Like, you just, at this point, you got to burn the house down. As you know, like, you got to just burn it down, man. Only option.
Is it going out? Oh, that's good. You're not welcome here. You have to leave. You're not welcome. I really didn't want to light. You're not welcome here. You have to leave. There we go. Don't show no fears. You're not welcome here. You're not welcome in the corners. I think it's moving. Not welcome here. You have to leave, find your way out. Okay, I think that's enough. I think I just get into spirit mode.
As Aaron sages the place, the floor lamp in the corner begins to shake on its own, and a hanging object above the door starts to move without notice. But strangest of all is when Aaron grabs the egg that he placed on the floor and cracks it open.
Hopefully I have a bad spirit in here.
I bet the egg is like boiled. Oh, that's something. Yeah, nah. See, yep. You know what I would have did? Pack my things and I would have got out of there, bro. That's chicken blood. That's some type of blood. I don't know who blood that is, but that's blood for sure, man. That's a demon. That's a demon. That's a demon. Dark. That's a demon. Travis said, "What would I do if I caught a ghost living rent free in my house? That's your house now. I'm out. You got it, bro. Like you got it. Like people think I'm playing when I say that. No, you got it. Like I'm out, bro. Like what? Ask church. Like ask church, man. When I went to Ghost Ranch and I sat there for that week, you feel me? I'm never going back, bro. Like every time I go back to Nashville, hotel, hotel. I'm good. Yeah, you have that. That's your. You didn't want me here. I didn't want to intrude. My bad. That is your house. That's you. I'm out. I'm leaving. I'm breaking my lease. I'm gone, bro. Like y'all think I'm playing. I am so serious when it comes to this type of shit, bro. Like I'm good off of all that. I'm not trying to bother you. I don't know where you came from. I don't know why you're here. But if you want this domain, you can have this domain. There's other domains for me. You feel me? I'll make a new home, okay? Home is where the heart is, and my heart is wherever you're not. You feel me? That's where my heart at. Like, no cap, bro. Fuck out of here. What?
A dark substance comes pouring out of the egg, which doesn't appear to be a good sign, as viewers state that if the egg comes out looking like this, then something is definitely not right in this home. Something evil might be present, as they state. Feeling more concerned than before, he tries a different type of sage in the hopes that burning this one would cleanse his home for sure. He leaves the windows open as advised by his viewers and proceeds with the second cleansing.
Okay. Here we go. So if there's a demon in here, you are not welcome. You have to leave. You're not welcome. Still smoking. It's barely lit. You know, people don't think that you're real. People actually think that you don't exist, but I want to show them. So show yourself. Don't be scared.
Did this niggas just say don't be scared?
Show yourself.
That demon ain't scared
Come
of
out.
you. You the one that should be scared. Yeah, nope. See? You didn't summon it. It's coming. Big dog coming now.
Okay.
He off the leash like DMX.
Something's definitely
What?
showing itself. But it's okay because I got the sage on this. It's barely lit, but it's okay. It's still lit. I'm okay. I'm kind of scared to go around this corner. See. Here we go. Okay. Actually gonna turn on this light. Right now, I kind of don't want to turn around. Okay. Well, if you're here, you have to leave. Or do something to this egg. Do something to this egg. Move it.
Here we go. With that question shit, man. And then you get scared when it does something to the egg. Like, I don't get it, bro. I don't understand it.
Maybe it left out the window or something. Okay, let's go do the egg. So I can leave my apartment. There's nothing on my hand. Nothing. I want to get out of here. Okay, here you go.
Oh, no, that got darker. That's way darker.
And again. I don't know why.
Nah, I don't know what you dealing with, but I know it's not good because the first egg wasn't as dark. Somebody coming for you, bro. Like, somebody is hunting you. Like, get out of there. You feel me? Get out of there. Look, man. I don't care what type of financial situation I'll sleep in my car, bro. Like, you got me messed up. That? Imagine you wake up in the morning, you crack an egg, and it's just that, bro. Imagine that. Like, just imagine that. You know? What are you doing? Like, what's your next move? Your next move is to get the hell out of there. Like, I don't know why this is so dark. It's blacker than Wesley Snipes. It is blacker than Akon. Like, no, you got to leave. Save yourself. Think about your future, brother. Like, no. Like, I'm out.
Mysterious footsteps are heard going down the stairs, and the egg, unlike before, comes out looking darker than ever. Understandably, Aaron was freaked out of his mind. Even his friends who came over to visit him were left baffled after seeing something very strange happen right before their eyes. It was only a few days later, after saging the place, when the following happened.
So the TV turned off right now by itself. This has been happening too.
Dude, something like that, dude, you gotta. I feel like I've seen that before. You gotta, whenever since I was young, you gotta like call it out or something. Like, you just gotta
That is
call like.
creepy,
Literally, bro,
dude.
just like, is anybody here? Is anybody here? Like, no, you just anybody here? Throw.
I don't like talking to friends. Like, they mean well. You feel me? They mean well, but they always putting you in situations, bro. This man just said, nah, bro. Like, literally, bro, you just gotta be like, is anybody here? Fuck all that. I know somebody's here. Why do I gotta ask this entity if he's here? I know he here. He been showing me he here for the last month, brother. Like, no, I'm not doing that. I don't need him breaking my stuff now. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know.
The remote strangely moves on its own, like most things inside Aaron's apartment. It's worth noting that no strings can be seen around, and how it glides seems impossible to achieve with someone pulling it from behind the phone. With no explanation to these occurrences, Aaron is certain that something supernatural is happening. He continues to document these peculiar occurrences in the hopes that someone could help him out. But as with most videos, you be the judge on whether or not something paranormal is actually occurring. Just what exactly is going on inside Aaron's apartment? Feel free to let me know what you think. If there's one thing that paranormal videos involving children never fail to do, it's leaving viewers feeling very unsettled. Yet it's only certain videos of this type that can leave us feeling this way. The following video, although seemingly wholesome, is no exception to those type of videos. The footage itself was recorded by a mother who was playing with her son in bed. During this time though, something happens that immediately prompts her to grab her phone and record this moment. While playing in bed, her child suddenly becomes fixated on an empty space in the room. He then turns around and points at a picture of his father who recently passed away. What happens next has left her speechless.
Who is it? Who is it?
Yep, I'm good.
Who's that? Who's up there? Who is it? Who is it?
Shit.
Who?
Y'all know when it comes to babies and just like children and stuff like that, I truly believe everything. Like, everything. When it comes to spirits and stuff like that, everything, because they see that stuff, man. You know, they say that babies see angels, demons, spirits. They see the world for what it is. This little man, he out here like, yo, like, picture him right there. He here. You feel me? Like, and that's fine that his father is like still, you know, visiting him and stuff like that. Whatever, you know. I feel like my mom still visits me and I see my mom and whatever the case is, you know. But like, you ain't got to do it in a creepy manner. Why you standing on my baby's bed? Like, got him pointing at the wall and stuff. Now you freaking me out. Now I'm scared. Like, you know.
Who is it? Who's that?
Not much else is known about this video, as the original source is unknown, but the footage speaks for itself. Many viewers believe that the child is seeing the spirit of his father. The fact that he points at the picture and looks back and forth between the photograph and the empty space has led the mother to believe that her son was in contact with his father. If that's the case, then this video suddenly becomes heartwarming. Was the child seeing the spirit of his father? Or was it simply just a figment of his imagination? If you caught something creepy on camera, or if there's any ghost videos you'd like me to check out and include in the next compilation, you can send them over to scaryvideos444@gmail.com. That being said, let's get back to the video.
Hey, Cal. Hey, Cal, you're sick for that, dude. Hey, he dodged child support is wild. I just seen that comment. I'm sorry, but that that made me weak. You're sick. I love things like, I love dark jokes like that. You're sick, man.
You might recall from previous videos about a woman named Lauren Combs who's been experiencing strange happenings in her house. Well, just recently, Lauren had posted some new footage regarding her unusual situation. Now, just as a recap, Lauren has had numerous occurrences happen at home that are thought to be paranormal in nature, from the doorbell going off on its own as though someone was ringing it, to Lauren's hair being pulled by an unseen force. Things at home have not been normal since moving in. All that's happened has made her concerned for the safety of her dogs besides her own. She believes that something evil dwells in her house and has bad intentions for both her and her dogs. In a recent video, Lauren is on the porch talking to her boyfriend on the phone when this is captured.
Hey, when you coming over?
I gotta wait for my work clothes to dry. And I'm coming.
Okay, I'm hungry.
I understand that. I can't just not leave without my work clothes.
Okay, that's fair. Well, do you want me to just make something here?
What do you have?
I mean, like pizzas or maybe chicken nuggets, nothing crazy.
Do you have ranch at your house?
No, can you bring your lunch?
Pretty much.
Come on.
Dude, my door just closed.
Is that the slam sound?
Yes. And it's locked.
What? Fuck.
I just got locked out of my house.
Is anyone there?
Yes, nobody's here.
That's kind of scary. Where's the door?
Luna! Luna's inside by herself. I don't even see her in there. Hang on.
Don't even think rash.
Did she drop her phone and run off? That's crazy.
Hello? Oh, she's nudged.
Why would you drop your phone?
Luna! Luna! Luna!
Yeah, nah. That's crazy, fam. No. The ghost is like, hey, bitch, you not gonna close the door behind you? Close my door. Nah, that's crazy, fam. That's really crazy. And that wasn't like a hinge, like a fly open, it goes back to shut. No, like, it stopped. It stopped, and then it closed. Like, that's crazy, bro. No. Yeah, nah, burn. It gotta go.
At first, the front door closes forcibly as though someone had slammed it shut. Fearing for the safety of her dogs who are inside the house, Lauren runs over to the back door and manages to get inside. However, upon entering the house, the back door suddenly closes by itself before the doorbell starts ringing out of nowhere. It was immediately then that Lauren knew that this was another paranormal occurrence she had to run away from. Fortunately, she safely escapes from this terrifying situation with both her dogs. But this incident was so frightening that she had to spend a few nights at her boyfriend's before having enough courage to come back. A couple of days pass and Lauren finally returns home. But on a certain night, something happens that leaves her paralyzed with fear. Take a look.
Sit. Come here.
You're crazy, bro. You just opened up that window. You're wild for that.
Can't see.
Man, something pop out. I don't like this. I don't like this one bit, y'all.
Perhaps opening the window wasn't the right move, as according to viewers, whatever was tapping on the window is now inside. Whether a stranger
Exactly.
or a ghost, it's unknown as to who or what was outside the window. But, as if that wasn't creepy enough, A faint whisper can be heard inside Lauren's room only seconds later. If you listen closely, it kinda sounds like it's saying hey or hi. Like most incidents, this one has left Lauren considering whether or not she should move out. Viewers feel that it might be best if she did, but until
Considering, shit, I would have been out after the first incident, bro. You got it. Like I said, that's your crib. Take it. You good?
she does, it seems likely that the activity in her home will continue and perhaps intensify as seen in previous videos. Just like those, this one remains a mystery. Thanks for watching, and I hope you...
Nah, that's wild, bro. That's wild. Considering moving out, bro, I would have been out of that thing. Flintstones, I'm telling you, I would have been, woo! All right, y'all let me know. Do y'all want to continue with the scary stuff, or y'all want to go to Mr. Ballin', man? Y'all let me know. I'm gonna read some of these comments real quick here. Chris says, Simba, I love watching you when you watch these. It's true, genuine. You feel me? Like pure fear. Like I'm just literally telling you my thoughts. Like pure fear. You feel me? Let's see. Brittany said, just a helping hand. What up, Brittany? I haven't spoke to you in a while, man. I hope you're doing good. Jessica's down with anything. Who gave us super chat? Z3 Music. Shout out to you, Z3. I didn't even see the super chat, but shout out to you, man. Thanks for the donation. That's wild. Yeah, no facts. Hella wild. Let's do this. Hold on. We'll go ahead and watch one Mr. Ballin' video real quick. This is instructor decides their fate. Let's get into it.
Today's story is a skydiving disaster story. However, it does not go the way you think it will. And at the end of today's video, there is a very special call to action that is connected to the main story that I think many of you will be very excited to participate in. But no pressure. However, before we get into that story, if you're a fan of the strange, dark, and mysterious delivered in story format, then you've come to the right place because that's all we do, and we upload once a week. So, if that's of interest to you, please sneak in to the like button's house and swap out their cat for an identical looking cat. Also, please subscribe to our channel and turn on all notifications so you don't miss any of our weekly uploads. Okay, let's get into today's story. On the morning of August 1st, 2009, 44-year-old skydiving instructor David Hartsock pulled into the parking lot of Skydive Houston in Texas and then made his way inside. A few minutes later, and Dave, like the rest of his colleagues, was hard at work getting ready for the day before the facility opened up and the inevitable weekend rush began. Skydive Houston.
Would y'all ever skydive? Me personally, I can't do it because I'm scared of heights, and free falling in the air just don't sound cool to me. I hear it's very exhilarating, or however you pronounce that freaking word. But I hear it's like thrilling, and like you get a sense of like just accomplishment and just like a newfound like perspective on life when you like hit the ground and stuff like that. And people always say like once you do it, you want to keep doing it. But for me, I can't get over that. Like the fear of heights for me, like I can't get over that. Y'all let me know in the comments, man. Y'all let me know. Would y'all ever go skydiving? Is that something y'all, into, or whatever the case is, man?
Houston is actually just a private airport, and it's not really in Houston. It's located about 30 miles to the northwest of Houston in a city called Waller. The main facility of Skydive Houston is situated right up against this huge open airfield that basically looks like a big green grass field. and the main facility itself is comprised of several large buildings, one of which is a huge hangar that contains the Super Twin Otter airplanes, which are the little aircraft that bring the skydivers up so they can jump out. Because Skydive Houston offers something called tandem jumping, it gets a lot of first-time jumpers. Tandem jumping is when a skydiving student attaches to the front of their instructor. Literally, they're buckled onto them, and then the two of them leap out of the plane together, with the student never detaching from the instructor. This method allows the student to just kind of go along for the ride and have no responsibility, while the instructor who's attached to them does everything. They make sure they're both stable in the air, they're the ones that pull the ripcord to deploy the chute, they're the ones that land them safely on the ground. And so obviously, tandem jumping really appeals to first-time jumpers. Dave had finished his 3-year-long training course to become a certified skydiving instructor just a few months earlier. But even prior to going through this course, Dave was already a very experienced skydiver with over 800 jumps to his credit. And the reason he had so many jumps is because Dave loved skydiving. It had given his life a focus that really nothing else ever had. Dave had always been a kind of average guy. He lived in a very modest house in a suburb of Houston, and for much of his life, he had worked very normal blue-collar jobs, like he had been a cook at 2 different chain restaurants, he had managed a grocery store, and he also had worked at a soda bottling plant. Dave was divorced and had no kids, but he had a really good group of friends who liked to go to bars and go bowling and play darts. And while Dave was never really unhappy with the way his life was going, as he started to creep into his 40s, he couldn't help but think, I haven't really done anything big or important in my life. And so, in 2004, not long after Dave got divorced, one of his good friends asked him if he wanted to go skydiving with him to celebrate that friend's 40th birthday. And Dave immediately thought to himself, this is it. This is a chance to do something big with my life. And so he told the friend, yes, I'd love to go. And after that first jump that Dave did with his friend, Dave was hooked. Whenever Dave was falling through the sky at over 100 miles per hour, it was like nothing else in the whole world even existed. Life became very simple and beautiful. The manager at Skydive Houston saw Dave come in every weekend for years to do all these jumps, and finally, he just offered Dave a job. And so that was how Dave left the soda bottling plant to become a skydiving instructor. So, August 1st, 2009 was a Saturday, and Saturdays at Skydive Houston were incredibly busy with basically non-stop tandem jumps all day. Whenever Dave was not working, so he was jumping on his own, he would always pack his own parachute because, like many other skydivers, he liked to make sure it was done exactly right. But when Dave was working, especially on Saturdays when it was so crazy busy, he didn't have time to pack and repack his parachute after every single jump because he was constantly being sent up again and again and again to take another student. And so instead, he would take one of the pre-packed parachutes that were left out for instructors inside of their clubhouse. That particular Saturday in August of 2009 went very quickly, with Dave going up one after another with different students and jumping out and pulling the chute and landing safely over and over again. And then finally, at the end of the day, right around 4 o'clock, when Dave was getting ready to be done for the day, his manager came up to him and said, "Hey, do you mind doing one more tandem jump?" And even though Dave was really exhausted, he's dripping sweat, it's super hot outside, he'd done 6 jumps that day, which was a lot, he said, no problem. Well, it's that time of the year again, which means the big game is right around the corner. Right now, trillions of people are rushing to their local owleries to get their mitts on the perfect winged beast for their game day buffalo owl dip. Meanwhile, me and old Long focus on what really counts on game day, and that's finger strength. Every day for the past 20 decades, me and Lungy have been waking up at 1 a.m. every day and putting our fingers through a grueling powerlifting routine so that on game day, when we fire up our gasoline-powered cell phones and load up our DraftKings Sportsbook app, as soon as we see the bets we like, our fingers are so jacked that when we tap on our screens, our fingers go through the phone. Now, does that ruin the phone? Yes. Is it worth it? I don't know, but it jacks us up. Now, does that ruin the phone? Yes! Now, does that ruin the phone? Yes! But is it worth it? Probably not! But it gets me all lungy jacked up on game day. So, if you want to be a betting behemoth like me and old Lung, then you better put that hooter back in the owlry and head to your local gym and start pumping some finger iron. Because this year, I'm teaming up with DraftKings to give all new customers a winning offer. All new customers have to do is sign up for DraftKings using my promo code, Mr. Ballin, and then bet at least $5 on the big game, and you will instantly receive an additional $200 in bonus bets. Yes, it really is that simple. New customers who bet $5 on the big game will get $200 extra in bonus bets. Wondering what you could use that $200 in bonus bets on? You could try same game parlays, where you combine multiple bets from one game, like which team will have the most passing yards and which team will have the first touchdown of the night for even bigger winnings. If mobile sports betting is not yet available in your state, don't worry, you can still get in on the fun with DraftKings Daily Fantasy. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. New customers use promo code MrBallin and bet $5 on the big game and get $200 instantly in bonus bets. Again, that's promo code MrBallin only at DraftKings Sportsbook. Okay, back to the story. And so the manager introduced Dave to a short blonde woman who was visibly nervous named Shirley Diggert, who was there to celebrate her 54th birthday by skydiving for the first time. Her husband, her son, and her 3 grandkids were also there to watch her from the ground and take pictures, and her other son, who was celebrating his 30th birthday, he too was going skydiving. As soon as Dave walked up to Shirley, he grinned and stuck out his hand, and he made the same kind of corny joke he always made with nervous first-time jumpers, and that was, "Don't worry, you're gonna be just fine. You're gonna be strapped to me, and I'm not about to let anything happen to myself." And so Shirley laughed, and she did seem like she was a little bit at ease, and so Dave patted her on the shoulder, and then he walked over and he grabbed one of the pre-packed parachutes off the wall. These chutes actually contained 2 parachutes inside of the backpack. There was the main chute, which typically is the only chute that gets deployed on a jump, and then there was the reserve chute, which is a little bit smaller and is not normally used unless there's some sort of emergency where the main chute fails. After every jump, because the main chute has been deployed, it gets repacked and stuffed back into the backpack. But the reserve chute, because it almost never gets deployed, just stays packed. And so Skydive Houston, like basically every other skydiving facility, has certified technicians come in periodically to test the reserve chutes inside of the bag to make sure they're still packed exactly right. After grabbing the pre-packed parachute off the wall, Dave walked back over to Shirley, who was now in the staging area putting on her flight suit. A flight suit is a single garment. It kind of looks like a big onesie for an adult. And so Dave walked over, he put the parachute down, he tugged and pulled on her flight suit to make sure it was good, and then after he was satisfied, he picked the parachute back up and he signaled to Shirley, as well as Shirley's son, who was also skydiving, to follow him. And so the trio, they left the staging area, they went outside right to the airfield where there was a Super Twin Otter idling and other jumpers were climbing on board to go for a jump. And so Dave, Shirley, and Shirley's son got in line, they boarded the plane, and a few minutes later, they were airborne. As the plane slowly climbed up to 13,500 feet, which is the jumping altitude, Shirley was sitting directly in front of Dave. They were on a bench seat on the back right of this little airplane, and Dave made a point of talking to Shirley and asking her where she was from and what she did to kind of ease her nerves. Shirley would tell Dave that this was not the kind of thing that she typically did. In fact, she told Dave that her other son, who was jumping with them, when he first decided he wanted to try skydiving a year earlier, she had desperately tried to talk him out of it, saying it was too dangerous. But recently, Shirley and her husband had decided that they needed to be more adventurous. They lived in a quiet town in rural Texas where Shirley was a mail carrier and her husband worked in a mine, and their lives were just kind of simple and very routine-oriented and kind of boring. So when Shirley's son, who was skydiving with them that day, had asked Shirley to go skydiving on her 54th birthday, she saw it as an opportunity to break the mold and do something adventurous, And so she said yes. And so Dave told Shirley about how he had discovered skydiving much the same way she had, and they really bonded over that. About 20 minutes after takeoff, all the tandem jumpers on the plane were now attached to their instructors, so Shirley was now buckled onto Dave. And then when they reached 13,500 feet, the jumping altitude, one of the instructors slid open the side door. It was time to jump. And the first one who was jumping was Shirley's son. And so from all the way back in the plane, Shirley called out to her son, "Have a good jump, I'll see you on the ground," as her son kind of waddled to the edge of the door with his instructor, and the two of them jumped out and disappeared into the air below. Next up was Shirley. So Dave told Shirley very calmly to stand up, and so they did. They stood up right next to their bench, and then before they waddled towards the exit, Dave, for what felt like the millionth time, checked to make sure he really was securely fastened onto Shirley, and then Dave tapped his ripcord right behind him, kind of like muscle memory, reminding himself where to go. He tapped his knife on his shoulder. He kind of just felt his equipment, and then feeling ready, he said, "Okay, Shirley, let's go." And then the two of them kind of waddled their way towards the front of the plane where that door was slid wide open, and then they turned, so Shirley's feet were right on the edge, basically looking out into the sky right outside. And so it's really loud, it's very windy, and Dave is right in Shirley's ear saying, "Okay, I'm gonna count to 3 and we're gonna jump." And then Dave reached forward, he pulled Shirley's head back so she was looking up because he didn't want her to look down when they leapt out, because for some people that will cause them to panic when they see the ground. And so with Shirley's head back, Dave very calmly said 1, 2, 3, and then very gracefully, the two of them jumped out. From the moment you jump out of a plane at 13,500 feet until you touch the ground, it takes maybe 2 to 3 minutes with about 30 seconds to a minute of actual free fall. But that 2 to 3 minutes is so intense, it feels like it's 20 minutes long. And this was what Dave loved so much about skydiving, that intense presence you feel, that you're really in the moment. There's nothing else you can think about. It's just you careening through the sky towards the earth. It's incredible. Dave had actually had a number of close calls in his life. Like a few years earlier, he had been riding his motorcycle when somebody hit him in their car and he fractured his skull. And then not long after that accident, he was in another accident where he fractured his spine. And after each of those two accidents and a few others, the only thought in Dave's mind was, "Oh my goodness, I hope I can skydive again." And miraculously, he had been. He had made full recoveries and he was back to skydiving each time. And so now, whenever he jumped out of a plane, he just felt so lucky. The plan for that evening's jump was for Dave to rotate them 360 degrees 3 separate times so Shirley could get a full look down across Houston and all over Texas and just kind of see the world around her from so high up in the air. And then, whenever Dave noticed that they were at 5,000 feet using his wrist altimeter, which is basically like a watch that tells you how far you are from the ground, Dave would pull the ripcord, the main chute would deploy, and they would float gently down to the ground. And at first, that is how this jump went. After they exited the plane, they stabilized in the proper horizontal position with Shirley in front, her stomach pointing toward the ground, and Dave obviously right behind her, controlling the skydive. And then after a few seconds, Dave slightly changed his body position and began rotating them 360 degrees so Shirley could look down and see all the highways and cars and barns and houses and the city off in the distance. I mean, it's this spectacular view. And as you're falling through the sky, especially in the first few seconds of a jump, you can't tell that you're going super fast, but you're going over 120 miles an hour.
Hell no.
Terminal velocity. It's literally the fastest you can fall in the air. And so you're blazing towards the ground, but it almost feels like the air is pushing you back up. And so Shirley's having this incredible first-time experience, just really taking it all in. And Dave, even though he had done this hundreds of times, was having a wonderful time as well. But Dave really was just focused on his altimeter because when they hit 5,000 feet, he needed to pull the parachute. And so they're cruising along, Dave's checking his altimeter over and over again, and then finally he sees 5,000 feet. He quickly looks around him to scan for any other jumpers. He's clear, and so he reached back and he pulled his ripcord handle for his main chute. Now, normally, when you deploy your main parachute, depending on what kind of parachute you're using, there's actually kind of a slow unfurling. It's not like suddenly the chute is deployed and then you just stop. That would not work. You'd get destroyed every time you skydive. So the way it's packed is it kind of unfurls slowly, and it's like a gradual slowing down. But after Dave has pulled the ripcord handle, there was an immediate yank of the parachute backpack up and away from him, and then from somewhere above him, he heard a loud popping sound. Now, Dave had jumped enough times to know that this was not normal. There was a problem, and he would be right. The main parachute had deployed out of the backpack, but it got tangled on the way out, and so it did not inflate at all, and so as a result...
See? And that's why I'll never go skydiving, man. It's a 50-50 thing. I don't care what nobody said. That's a 50-50 thing. You playing with death at that point, bro. You in the sky, you're falling at 100 miles, bro. Like, that's a 50-50 thing. You don't know if that parachute is going to deploy. Like, it gets tangled. I've seen videos where people's parachutes will get tangled and they get wrapped up in it and they're just falling. Like, nah, bro. That's terrifying, bro.
It was not slowing them down at all. But worse than that was this tangled up parachute was still attached to them, and it kind of became like a sail. And it turned Dave and Shirley onto their sides and began whipping them around in something called a death spiral, where literally you're just spinning so unbelievably fast that normally jumpers will actually lose consciousness. They're spinning so fast. But Dave, being a very experienced skydiver, he tried to stay calm. He tried to track his way out of this death spiral, which is when you put your arms and legs straight and try to go in a straight line through the air. But it didn't work. He just kept on spinning faster and faster. And at this point, Shirley, she's practically losing consciousness. She's yelling what's going on. And Dave is just trying to stay calm. He's still trying to get out of it, but he knows there's no way. But Dave remembers he has 2 knives. And so he decides he's going to cut away this tangled main chute and then deploy his reserve chute, because you don't want to open your reserve directly into a tangled parachute. And so he reaches up, he's spinning, remember, he reaches up and he grabs the first knife. However, the lines of the tangled parachute had actually tangled on his shoulder strap where that first knife was, and so he literally couldn't get to the knife. And so now they're below 5,000 feet. They're at like 4,000, closing in on 3,000 feet. I mean, they're coming close to the ground here, and they don't have a canopy. But Dave, he stays calm. They're spinning around. He can't get that first knife, and so he reaches for the second knife, which was placed in front of Shirley. But because of how quickly they were spinning, he couldn't quite get his arm out to grab the second knife. It was just impossible to grab it. And so without any other options, Dave had to pull his reserve chute, knowing it was going to go straight into this tangled mess right above them. And so the reserve chute, it deploys, and it does work, at least at first. There's that gradual slowing down sensation that Dave immediately feels. Their spin begins to stop, and for a second, it seems like they're going to be saved by this reserve chute, because by now, they're only about 2,000 feet from the ground. However, the worst case scenario happens to Dave and Shirley. As soon as their reserve chute was up over their head, inflated, their main chute suddenly caught air and inflated as well. So they had 2 parachutes. Now, you can land with 2 parachutes, absolutely. However, sometimes in a worst case scenario, the 2 parachutes will catch wind going in opposite directions. So basically the parachutes will go out to either side of the jumper or jumpers if it's tandem, and then you basically have wings that aim the jumpers straight at the ground. It's like an accelerant. It causes them to literally speed up straight towards the ground. And once you start moving in this position, which is known as a down plane, it's almost impossible to get out of it, because the faster you go, the more inflated these 2 parachutes become. And so Dave knows they are less than 2,000 feet from the ground. They're in a down plane, which is almost always fatal. And so all he can do is try to get out of the down plane. And so Dave, with all his might, he begins yanking on the different lines of both parachutes, and he manages to get them out of the down plane, which is nearly impossible to do. He does it. And then both parachutes collapse. And suddenly, Dave and Shirley have no parachute. They're less than 1,000 feet from the ground, and they are falling once again over 100 miles per hour straight down to the earth. Now, at this moment, Shirley is crying, she's screaming, she doesn't know what's going on. And Dave has this incredible sense of calm come over him. Years ago, Dave had given up on the idea of ever having a family or of having kids. He was a really good guy who would have been a great father, but it just wasn't in the cards for him. Instead, Dave had found skydiving. Oftentimes, Dave would stay late at Skydive Houston and just sit around the campfire with the other instructors and the other jumpers and drink beers and eat burgers and tell stories. And sometimes Dave would even sleep the night at Skydive Houston because he didn't want to go back home to his empty 3-bedroom house where all he wanted to do when he was there was go skydiving again. But now, literally staring down his own death, knowing that it's going to happen any second, the only thing he could think about was Shirley. He didn't care if he died. He felt like he had found his calling. If he died doing it, so be it. But Shirley, her husband, her son on the ground, her son skydiving, her 3 grandkids, they're gonna see Shirley hit the ground and die. He just couldn't handle it. He thought, I have to do something to protect Shirley. And with only a few hundred feet to the ground, Dave yelled to Shirley, tuck your knees up. And Shirley immediately did it. She threw her knees up, and as she did, Dave pulled back as hard as he possibly could on the risers and the toggles in an attempt to switch places with Shirley. Shirley was in front of him. Her body's gonna hit the ground first. Dave flipped them around so that his back was gonna hit the ground.
Hey, man, not all heroes wear capes. That's... You know how much cojones and just like of a good person you have to be to recognize the situation and to just be like, I'm gonna save this person. You know, if I can save this person, I'm good. You know? Like, shout out to Dave, because that's intense, man. And just to have the wherewithal to stay calm and to think of some shit like that, like while you're in a dire situation like that, is just shout out to him, man. Not all heroes wear capes. Wow.
First, he was going to sacrifice himself to maybe save Shirley. When they hit the ground, people a quarter mile away heard their impact.
Damn.
And when they hit the ground, all of Shirley's family saw it. Everybody saw it. They went running over to the crash site. And when they got there, there was this tangle of bodies and this parachute. And as they're staring at it, they watched one of the bodies move. It was Shirley. She was alive. After paramedics arrived, they cut her off of Dave's body and they rushed her to the hospital where she had serious injuries. She had several broken vertebrae and very significant internal injuries, but none of them were life-threatening. She would survive. However, 3 days after arriving in the hospital, Shirley got devastating news. Dave had been rushed to the hospital as well right after Shirley had, but he finally had succumbed to his injuries and passed away. Dave's last-ditch maneuver had worked. He had saved Shirley's life at the cost of his own. However, not long after Shirley and her family found out about Dave's death, they got another call, and this time it was to tell them that the news about Dave's death was premature. He was not dead. However, he was paralyzed from the neck down. A few weeks later, after Shirley got out of the hospital, she immediately went to the intensive care unit where Dave was being treated to see him for the first time since their accident. And when she saw him, he was sitting in a wheelchair covered in tubes and wires, and she just stood there looking at him, and Dave, when he saw Shirley, he just started to cry. At this point, Shirley walked up to him, she gave him a hug, and she said, "I love you." Today, Dave and Shirley are still friends.
Damn.
Shirley has recovered completely because of Dave's heroic act. Dave, on the other hand, remains paralyzed and only has a little bit of feeling in his right arm. He now lives in Texas with his mother, who looks after him full time, and they desperately need our support. My family has already made a donation to his GoFundMe page, and I hope some of you will do the same thing. You can find his GoFundMe page in the description below, and after speaking with him, he assured me that all of the donation money is being used to take care of himself. He has a lot of care that he needs, his mom can't do it alone, and so anything we give them is just making his life a little bit easier.
Damn, man. Yo, that's an angel. That's an angel. That's someone that was put here, you know, for a reason, man. That's an angel. Damn, man. What a good dude. Shout out to Dave, bro. Shout out to Dave.
I always tell my oldest daughter to do things that scare her, because oftentimes those are the things we actually want to do the most. And so today I'm going to live up to what I always tell my kid to do, because today I'm announcing my first ever live storytelling show. Doing a live event has always been so interesting to me, but it's actually just kind of terrified me, and so I gotta do it. It's going to be a digital live experience on February 16th, so roughly.
Shout out to Dave, man. That was a very, very intense story. Once again, never going skydiving, because that's literally my worst fear, and just heights and stuff like that as well. But dang, man, that dude was an angel. That dude is an angel. Shout out to Dave. I mean, if you can, go ahead and donate to him. You know, he sounds like a really good dude, a really genuine dude, man. Damn, I'm speechless off of that. Like, just to have someone just think like that in that time of just like chaos, and just you're knowing that you're about to hit this ground and you're most likely going to pass away, and just to think about someone else is just, that's wow, amazing, man. That's truly beautiful. That just that tugs my heartstrings, you know, like that just wow. There's good people out there still, man. Woo! Yeah, of course, Dave definitely would want me to try, but I mean, hey, man, Dave, I fucks with you, I like you, but I'm not trying it, you know. But on that note, man, we're gonna go ahead and end this live here. Man, this has been amazing. It's been fun, and I can't wait to do it again, man. Once again, I am sorry for the inconsistency, you know, with me going through what I'm going through in life and stuff like that, but we're getting back to it, man. We're getting back to that Simba that you guys all love, and just know, you know, I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. You guys sleep well, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.